The Neighbor of the Year Awards were instituted by the Mayor and City Council, and it's a way to recognize neighbors across the city who go above and beyond, that contribute in community building efforts to their neighborhood and demonstrate their commitment to their community and their neighborhood residents in a variety of ways.
The neighborhood is the foundation for the city. It's really where it starts. I'm a big believer in act locally, think globally. And I think that's the way I've learned to express it.
I grew up here, so I like shade. So I said, what about trees? How come people don't have trees in their front yard? It sort of makes perfect sense in Arizona. And then I started talking to people, and Neighborhood Services said, go for a neighborhood grant. So I've done that a couple of times, gotten about 100 trees for people in the neighborhood that are in there. It's sort of a pact that you all kind of sign mentally that says, we want this place to get better. And you kind of get together and decide what you think could make things better. And there's lots and lots of options, and some happen and some don't. I'm always most excited about what's next. So it's the community garden we're all excited about, because I think it might be the first real community garden in Tempe. And we've got a lot of positive feedback from parks on it, and it's kind of a lot of work. But we have a really great group of people working on that too. Motivations always starts with each individual, and then how it gets applied to a group situation is a matter of community input and like wheeling and dealing. It's a great process. It really is enjoyable.
We want our neighborhood to stay nice, and that's where the community involvement comes in. And it extends not only in our small community, but also reaches out to the other side of McAllister and College. It's amazing how many original owners are in the neighborhood, which helps keep the neighborhood as a whole nicer.
We started out with back over at Carminati. They've got these blue canopies, and they were missing one. From there, we wanted to improve the playground area. There wasn't a lot there. We had to put in a wheelchair accessible pathway to the playground area from Hermosa Road first, so we did that. And then we put in a water fountain for the doggies and the people, 3 levels. Put in a tire swing, put in a rock wall, and we've got some new benches around. We used to have the concrete flat benches, now we have the nice metal benches. Just seeing things happen and getting input from other neighbors that thanks for putting this in or that in. It's really helped my kids or my grandkids. That is very helpful and enjoyable.
Yeah. And getting to know your neighbors. When someone new does move in, it behooves you to go and to make contact with them so that they know what's going on. And we have a good sense of, again, of community here. And we watch out for each other. I think throughout the whole community we do.
We have probably about 20 original homeowners that are also good friends. And our children grew up here, and so we wanted to make sure that the neighborhood would be a great place to continue our lives here.
Well, we get the neighbors involved. That's the idea of neighbors watching for neighbors, so yes, crime rate goes down. And we have meetings once or twice a year, some just dessert meetings where we get the neighbors all together so they can meet each other and say hi and get to know each other. And it's really worthwhile. You see neighbors coming together, getting better friends, and then making better friends of all your neighbors. So it's a good, worthwhile effort to do any of that.
When we see the park the way it's being used now, when we see children using the new playground equipment, it just makes us feel that we have made a difference. We don't think about it a lot, but it's just when we see the use of the park and how nice our neighborhood looks. It's been a great opportunity for 20-some years that we've had this association, and we've seen it grow and get better and better every year.
chose this neighborhood in particular because it's one of the older neighborhoods in Tempe. It has a lot of character. You know, the houses they're all different. You're not going to see houses that look the same. And then I got to know our neighbors. And the neighbors that I've really gotten to know over the last few years have cared so much about the neighborhood. It was pretty easy for me to join right in with them and become involved with trying to keep it up as much as we can. We had an artist come in, Joan Barron, who did 2 public art projects out of our standpipes. Those have been major graffiti bearers in the past. Our goal is to try and keep these, get as many public art projects as we can to turn those into really nice projects. This is our 4th cleanup that we're doing. We try to do one annually, and each year it's gotten a little bit bigger. And having the Tempe tool trailer out here for a couple days beforehand gets everyone's interest up and going, and then we get everyone together and we start cleaning up, and every time we do this we start seeing people clean their yards up a little bit more after we've come through, and I think it just has a good effect on the whole neighborhood. I think especially right now during the economical hard times, it's the one place you can always come home to and be happy about that you have a great neighborhood. We as neighbors watch out for each other. We try to help some of the older neighbors get out, get groceries, those types of things. We try to take care of each other and keep each other's best interest to heart a lot. And that's something I think that's missing a lot in the United States right now. And that's another reason I'm so proud to be a part of this neighborhood.